Hi boys and girls, welcome to math. This week in math, we're going to continue to talk about Hi boys and girls, welcome to math. This week in math, we're continuing to talk about subtraction, and today we're going to do a subtraction activity, and then there's a game on the link underneath this one, and I'm going to show you how to do that game at the end of this video, so go ahead and watch it all the way to the end. And we remember subtraction is to take away, and addition is to add to. So we're working on subtraction. And we're actually going to do one little addition activity here in this lesson. But what I would like you to do is to tell me how many is going to be left if I ask you to subtract or take away some dots here, okay? So we see a picture of some dots. It's not really a 10 frame. It's just some different numbers of dots, okay? And then I'm going to ask you to tell me how many's left if you take a certain amount away. So what you could do is you could cover over the dots with your hand on the screen, or you could just look at the dots and imagine in your mind, I'll give you a second to think, how many would be left if you took that number away, okay? So like for instance, if you look here, how many dots are there? That's right, there are 6 dots. Now, if I said, go ahead and take away 3. Now again, you can't really take them away because they're on the screen here, but you could cover them over with your hand and look. Or you could just look at all 6 and try to imagine in your mind how many would be left. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. If I said take away 3, imagine this one is gone. Imagine this one is gone. And then imagine this one is gone. Okay? Now, how many is left? 1, 2, 3. And there it is, 3. Okay? Alright, so let's do the next one. How many dots are here? Can you subitize those? That's right, that is 9. If you said 9, you are right. Now, I'm going to give you a little time to think here, and I'd like you to tell me how many of these dots would be left if you subtract 5. So subtract 5, take away 5, and tell me how many are left. Okay, give you a little more time. And you can pause the video if you need a little extra time. You could even draw these on a piece of paper and cross them out, or you could just cover them over with your hand, cover over those dots. Alright, well, I'm about to tell you. If you said that if you take away 5, there would be 4 left, you are correct. Because 9 minus 5 is 4. Okay, now we're going to do a little different one. We're actually going to do an additional one right here. What happens if you were to add a dot? Now, how many's here, first of all? Couldn't subitize that. That's right, there are 7. There's 7 dots. So, if you have 7, and you add one more, not subtract, but if you add, if you put another one there, how many would be left? Alright. Now, let's go ahead and find out. And again, you can pause the video if you just need a little extra time. So there's 7, and if you add one more, there would be 8. All right, let's do one more. That's a full 10 frame. That's how many is there? That's right, there are 10 dots. Okay, now if you have these 10 dots and you subtract, or if you take away 5, okay, if you take away 5 or subtract 5, how many would be left? I'll give you some time to think about that. Or you can cover them over. Alright. Now, if you need a little extra time, you can go ahead and pause the video. I'm about to tell you that if you have 10 and you subtract 5, you would have 5 left. Very good. Alright, boys and girls. So now, we're going to go, and I'm going to show you this activity. Now, this is on the link underneath this one that you just clicked on to watch this video. And this link is called this game is called Penelope's Flower Subtraction. And what you do when you go onto this page, you're going to see your name down here. So you click on your name, and then it's going to tell you, the person in the game is going to tell you to subtract a certain amount of flowers. Now, when I press play here, you're probably not going to hear the voice because it only plays it on these videos for me. But he's going to tell you to subtract, for instance, 2 or 3 flowers, and I'm going to show you what that looks like here.
Flowers in your garden.
Okay.
How
Done button when you're finished. So the person told me, go ahead and pick 4 flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and take 1, 2, and I'm clicking on it and dragging them down. 2, 3, and 4. Now I know he said pick 4, so I'm done. So I'm going to click on done. That's right. And he said that's right. Does she have left in her garden? Now he asked me how many does she have left in her garden. Okay, so I had 7, and I subtracted. There's a sign, a symbol for subtraction. 4. I took away 4, and it equals how many? So how many's left? 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to pick 3. There it is. Correct. Very good. 7 minus 4 equals 3. Okay. Take away 2. Now, hit the done button when you're finished. He told me to take away 2. So I'm going to take away this one, and I'm going to take away the sunflower. And I am done. I'm going to click on this button. Correct. Now, how many flowers does Penelope have? Now, how many flowers does she have? I started with 3, and I subtracted 2, or I took away 2. So now I have how many? 1. So when it puts 1, remember this is saying 3 minus or subtracting 2 is the same as 1. Remember, it balances out. That's right. 3 minus 2 equals 1. All right. All right, boys and girls, so I'm going to go ahead and pause that here. So go ahead and click on the button below this one, the link below this one. You can play the game. And thank you for working with me today in math.